Hi guys, I know I've been away for a while and I'm just going to give you guys a quick video basically on my swatches for inking. I separate every color after I cut it out into individual little cups that I get from, these are from ice cream out of the freezer department that my kid ate. And then these are from Taco Bell. I get the bean and cheese cups, and normally I throw them out if I don't feel like eating them. And I save them. That way I have more containers to put all my pieces in. Now this here is the swatch from the 12 by 12 cardstock shop. And it gives you all of the colors of paper that they have. I order my paper from them. I know for first time there's a 12% off coupon, and I've ordered several times from them. I love the paper. The texture of the paper is actually one of my favorites. And it is the next thing next to basil. They do have basil there as well. But your paper comes in a plastic. You can order 1 sheet or 25 sheets, and then it has the color on the back of it and the number. And this one would be cherry. So I have my swatch for it. You can go out, baby. I have my swatch for it. If I use the last piece, I have the number and the color on my swatch for my cardstock. They sell this. It's $11.95, I want to say, but it comes in handy for me only because I choose so many different colors. Now, the inking. These are Catherine Pooler inks, the colors I have, and then this is Lawn Fawn over here, just because they come in my monthly packs, and sometimes I'll get 1 or 2. And I do use them because they don't have these colors necessarily by Catherine Pooler. Here is my yellow, pink, orange, purples, and reds, and then greens, blues, grays, browns, black, light black, which is blackjack. I just went ahead and swatched it because this is easier for me. That way, when I have a color of cardstock and I'm not sure, I just kind of slide it up and down until I find the color. And for this one, I'm going to use Grass Skirt. This color is going to be Granny Apple. No, Lime by American Crafts. And I use a finger dauber. I have mini and large daubers for this. I tap into my ink and the excess off in my lid. I pick up my piece and I use my finger dauber and just go down the edges. And this just gives a shaded dimension to your piece. Some people don't want to ink or chalk the edges. They just glue them together, which is fine. Everybody has their own preference. And I have seen super cute stuff that's been inked and super cute stuff that hasn't been inked or minimally inked. I did see an angry dauber though on a YouTube video I watched. It was quite funny. I'm surprised. Actually, I want to say that her paper is wrinkled from being bent as she was taking some aggression out on her paper. I had to pause it and save it for my husband to watch just because it was so funny. But here's the piece. Sorry, I threw it in the bucket. And that's with the edges inked. It's just something I find that works best for me. I do use Pom Poms though. They're 5mm. I found bags of them at Hobby Lobby, but I've also got them off Amazon. And I use them for the inner parts of the letters, just to give it some dimension. I could have went darker with the red, but I didn't because the next one is going to be really dark. And you can always go back over it to darken it up some more. I used rouge, and there's a couple options. But here, if I go back over it, my daughter's coming back in the house, sorry. If I go back over it, I can darken up the edges even more. And it makes it more prominent. And you can wait until it dries to decide if you want to go back over it, because it is a buildable ink. And the good thing with the combination of the paper is I found that if I make errors while it's wet before it dries, you can actually erase some of the ink smudge. So there it is now. And what I do with my Pom Pom with the ink, let me find the red. I took all the colors out, well, the rouge. And I'm going to cover the green just because I like to touch stuff that's wet. Whether it be glitter glue, whether it be regular glue, paste, you name it, it's wet. My hand finds some way to smudge and smear it. So for my pom-poms, I don't dip always into my pad. I take off my lid. And then I dab just my pom-pom onto the dauber to get the excess off, because if not, it's going to be saturated and bleed. And then sometimes the eraser can't save you. And I'll repeat those steps until I get it at a darkness that I want it. My fingernail's green, yay! I just have to wash my hands or use Windex because I found the ammonia in the Windex takes it off. I actually told Connie from Prairie Paper Crafts about that. Hand sanitizer works fairly well too, though. But she was having issues with even washing dishes. It wasn't all coming off. This ink can be very drying. Okay, so here's the pieces. And these are part of the school train order that I'm working on. And I just mostly wanted to come in and show you guys how I ink and the method to my madness with that's water. That's so I can clean the red off. That way I don't drag a grain piece through. And I have Tim Holtz ink, and this is actually his distress sprayer, which causes water droplets on inked products that I do use on water and even on my cards. Like I said though, I just mostly wanted to touch bases, show you guys how I ink, just because a lot of you guys are new and you finally mustered up the courage and the interest to ink, which I'm super excited. I'm still waiting on Lisa to send me an invite into Zoom. That way we can join and paper piece together that way. I'm thinking maybe Facebook Live also. I just don't know everybody's times because I know a lot of you guys live in different parts of the United States, let alone the world. I have a few people from Canada, a few people from Italy. I have 2 in Puerto Rico that I know of, some in Mexico, and just all over. I just know of some of the countries because when they wanted to get my stamp, they wanted postage cost for out of the country. I did send a few to Canada actually, and the shipping wasn't too bad. I thought it was going to be more because it goes on Air Express, but we're all coping here in the house since my Nana's passing. She was a fixture in my life for 42 years. My mom had a breakdown and had to call me because she used to call my grandmother on any drive home. My mom lives in Wisconsin. And my mom said that her person is gone, the person she goes to. So of course we cried together. So the grieving is coming in spurts, waves. I normally hit a period of tears when I finish pieces because she would FaceTime with me and I would share my completed pieces with her. I did get all the Franklins together that I posted the picture of. I keep them in Ziploc baggies after they're done because once again, if it's wet, I'm going to smear it onto something, whether it's finished or not. But there's 6 trains, so there's 6 Franklins. Let me get the hands out of them. And here's Franklin. They're all finished. I have more hands. I don't want to lose them. And I just touched that onto the dauber. Yay! So I have 6 finished Franklin for the 6 little school trains. I went ahead and got those out of the way first. Some of these are stamped, some are hand-drawn, just because I couldn't keep drawing anymore. My hands go good the first few goes and then kind of want to take a nap after. For cheek blush, I use Stampin' Up. They're dry chalk for the cheeks. The light is super bright. Let's see. There we go. Now you can see it. Okay. And for the chalks in the eyes, I use... Where are they? Because I'm having a brain fart. And I know you guys would know. Why is my brain not thinking of what they're called? And I'm looking right at them. Pan pastels. They were hidden behind here, little stinkers. Oh, those are my eye stencils. But I use pan pastels for the eyes and the nose. Titanium white and black. Amazon. And makeup brushes. That's what I apply all of it with. But any questions, let me know. I just kind of wanted to touch bases with everybody. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the comments, the messages, the thoughts, the cards. It's definitely been an emotional roller coaster. I've lost 8 pounds and it's been 8 days. I have no appetite. I had to call the doctor today for an appetite stimulant. And I've just been sinking myself back into scrapbooking. She said the appetite will come back eventually. You just kind of roll with it. Eat when I'm hungry. Don't eat when I'm not, because that's not the answer. And I said, okay, we'll see how that works. Not really the diet plan I had wanted, but I'll take it. I needed to lose a few pounds anyhow. All right, so I will be posting more videos now that I am back to doing what I love to do. And I will share something with you guys probably tomorrow or the day after. It's just some good news I got, but I'm going to talk to her before I share it. It has nothing to do with Marjorie Ann Designs. This is something that I did aside from Marjorie Ann's. But here's the hint right here. That's all you guys are getting out of me. This right here. Okay, so join me for another video later on. I will probably try to do a video of piecing this set together because there are so many pieces and I know a lot of you guys, excuse me, get overwhelmed. I did cut out all the pieces and I have a double order of this. She wants 2 sets. So there are 2 of everything in here. And I won't do that to you guys with piecing them. I'll piece one, have it kind of set to the side, and then we'll piece the other one together. I think that sounds like a good plan. So let me go and work on getting these inked. I'll probably resume inking tomorrow once I get up. And then we can get to gluing together. That is Franklin's school train. And all I did was cut Franklin out. I will give you guys which Franklin I cut out, though. I cut out the Easter Love Franklin and Franny. Number 2 bear. And the width in Cricut Design Studio is a 10.0. And the reason I used Easter Sweet, Franklin and Franny, number 2 bear, is because his head is straight up and down versus Franklin in the apple. And I bagged them all after I cut them so I don't have to play Tetris with pieces. Otherwise, they'd all go in the garbage. But Franklin inside of the apple is really cute with his head tilted, but I didn't want them all tilted. And I used a different shirt than I did in the original one I posted just because I had ordered some paper. And this is going to be his little shirt. Isn't that the cutest paper? Okay, so let me move these all aside. I put everything into my book. That way I can find what I'm working on, even though I might have to scroll a couple pages. But that way when I need to redo a file, because some of you guys like them after I post them, which I'm okay with, I go back and use my width numbers because the height automatically adjusts in Cricut Design Studio. So my school train file, these are my sizes here. You can screenshot it. The girl is 13.0 width. The boy is 14.756 width. The owl is 13.25 width. The bear is 13.5 width. And the title is 10.0 width. And they're all about 5.5 inches once they're completed, except for the apple, of course, because the apple is very large. But we'll go over all that together when we piece. Any questions, let me know, guys. Nice to be back. Thank you for following, and I'll see you guys later.